Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Dale Arnold, Billy Jaffe, Barry Peterson with you here in our Nesson studios. The Bruins fall to the Columbus Blue Jackets by a final of 6-2 tonight. And as Brick said, just as the period was coming to a close, for some reason, this is not a good matchup for the Bruins this year. No. They've played twice, and neither of them have been very pretty to watch.
Outscored 11-3.
So far.
In those two games. So far.
They get to play tomorrow.
Way to think positively.
In the two games they've played, as you pointed out, they've been outscored 11-3. The power play for the Bruins has been 1 for 8. The penalty kill has gone 2 for 5 after the Columbus Blue Jackets were 3 for 3 with a man advantage tonight.
Yeah, and I think even more so than the score is the eye test, which tells you they got outworked in both games rather extensively. Yeah. And especially that second period when we talked about the travel, we talked about the 3-day off, and we know that second period's always difficult. But man, oh man, just it was not good enough. And you would hope that you got the last 5 games we came in talking this evening about, getting 9 of 10 points and on a positive side. Okay, you're going to have a game like this now and then, but this is why, to me, tomorrow night is very, very important.
Yeah, ultra important. We talk about the second period, right? What makes this even crummier, I'm choosing my words here, Columbus gives up the most goals in the second period in the NHL coming into this one with 51.
There you go, Grinch again.
There you go. Yeah, stating the facts, Mr. Grinch. Thank you. That's what made this game even more, is that they had come back in the first period, tied the game up, and you're like, okay, we get it. It's not a great first. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't good. Create some more chances against one of the weaker defensive teams in the NHL and get your legs going in the second period. And anything but that happened. That's the most frustrating thing.
Blue Jackets got things rolling with a power play goal in the first, 1 of 3 they scored on the night, and 1 of 2 provided by Sean Monahan this evening.
And he's enjoyed playing the Bruins this year.
Yep.
He's had a career against them so far this season. The guy who came to Columbus to play with his best friend Johnny Gaudreau is trying to do everything he can to help keep this team, keep it going. And here he gets it's almost like a swat at it in front of that. Watch, it's going to be a one-handed reach right there, and the puck just floats over Joonas Korpisalo. Now, you give credit to Columbus because they simplified the game.
Yeah, here we are in the second period where the game is starting to get away from the Bruins. Billy, another power play opportunity, and bang, they're able to get one. And this was where you could just starting to feel it get away as the Bruins just keep chasing the puck with huge gaps. Huh?
Look right here. They got 2 guys on one, so they're going to shrink one area of the ice. Then they're going to expand. Now look at how they're all gapped out. Nobody can recover, Dale, to get back. Because you go, like an accordion, you go in, you go out, and the problem is the middle of the ice is wide open. And there goes Monahan. Monahan was good. Marchenko was good. Werenski was good. All the big boys were really good.
Sean Monahan in the last 4 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. I can do the math here. I think that's 8 points.
Well
plus
done.
5 over those 4 games. Tonight, 2 goals, plus 1, 4 shots. And the Columbus Blue Jackets were on a roll. One of the things Brick's talked about, you guys have talked about a lot, is attention to detail. And it was lack of attention to detail on a bad line change that led to an Adam Fantilli goal there in the second period.
Yeah, this was big, and I think too the Bruins had this power play opportunity. They did a poor job, and then they get caught out there too long. Now you can see all of the Bruins caught against the wall, and as we talk about, Billy, and as you teach your kids, when you're in this period, the right side of this rink, you see Carlo trying to defend the best he can, but he's got no support, no help. All 4 guys have left.
But not just the right side, partner. It's also a forward has got to recognize that McAvoy had brought the puck up the ice, so somebody's got to stay back. This was thinking back on it. This was the ultimate buzzkill of this game by this team right here, because it's 1-1. I go back to it's 1-1. It's early enough in the second. You're like, okay, you're early enough, almost midway through. But you know what I mean? Like, you're still in this, and then you give that up, and you could just see them go like, oh man, that stunk. That was crap. And that was just, I guarantee you, we haven't heard Joe Sacco yet with Brick or anything. That's going to have to be talked about, Dale, because that changed the tone of the game right there. That was an egregiously bad line change there that completely changed the tone of the game.
We showed you the Sean Monahan power play goal. The other 2 power play goals for Columbus were provided by Dmitri Voronkov, including one sort of reminiscent of a goal we saw earlier this year.
Yeah, it's going to be the goal that was scored against Seattle. But let's first show you Voronkov in front, 6'5", 227, working at his conditioning this year. He's gotten to be a little bit better skater. Here's the backhand goal that he scored coming off the goal line. Again, that's the one that we can go back to, and we'll show you a similar one against Seattle that could have been, should have been, but penalty, there wasn't a penalty call. But here it is.
And you talked about in the pregame, Billy, about this big guy with a good set of hands that he has. Man, has he got a lot of confidence and composure around that net, doesn't he?
Does he ever? And here's another example of it on the power play. Puck comes over, but Marchenko is already thinking. It reminds me an awful lot of Artemi Panarin. How Panarin will look like he's going to shoot, and then he goes instead, both being a right shot.
Side.
He goes to the far, but he's already thinking ahead. I'm going to make this a shot pass. And this is a pass. This is not even a shot pass. He's already thinking ahead to Voronkov right there. Voronkov uses the stick, the skate, and it turns in. This is a good look. How good was Werenski? Stick, skate, and into the net. Big man, good hands.
We showed you the Voronkov, the first of his 2 power play goals. Watch the play in Seattle.
Yeah, and here you go. This is Schwartz coming off the line. He beats Korpisalo the same spot. It's not, actually Voronkov was just in front of the line. Here Schwartz is coming out of the corner, but still, that's, this is where you talk to Razor and get the goalie union perspective, but the goaltender here, Korpisalo, is down again, and I guarantee you they showed that goal. I guarantee you they did to Voronkov or other Columbus Blue Jackets. Or look, if you get in that opportunity, there's something that Korpisalo might do. That's what video's all about.
Yeah, and to your point about the second period and that lack of power play, boy, the specialty teams, the not being successful in the power play, and then your penalty killing, really in that second period let the team down as well.
Our star of the game is presented by Subaru of New England. Fall in love with a brand new Subaru. We showed you a bunch of highlights. Yeah. None of those guys were the star of the game. This guy was. Zach Werenski now has a 12-game home point streak. 8 goals, 16 assists, 24 points, 2 points a game, plus 12 over that period. 12 power play points. Shots. 56 shots on goal.
I know you
Tonight,
love that.
He had his 5th career 4-point game. That's tied for most in Columbus history.
Yeah, and he was every shift out there, very visible, very poised. Loves to create some offense from that backside, doesn't he? Really generates. He's the quarterback on that power play, as we saw tonight. As the power play went 3 for 3, and I can remember, too, him ripping one off the crossbar as well in that second period.